So yes, welcome. Right? Yes. So what we have did is so far. So we have derived the equation of catenary in intrinsic equation and in catenary and in Cartesian form, and then we have solved 7 problems as of now. Right? So if you haven't watched the previous video, you please watch all the 7 problems. Today we're going to in this video we're going to solve 8th problem. Right? Yes. So before solving 8th problem, what I will do is I will quickly tell you the batches that are going on in Unacademy. So you can see there is a batches for 21, 22, 23 starting on 29th September. There is a 1 year batch and this schedule for 1 year batch, and these are the educators that teaching for each 2021 course, and there is also a 2 year batch starting on 29th September, and this is scheduled for 2 year batch, and these are the educators that are teaching for 2 year batches. And there is also a new batch on 29th September, weekend current affairs simplified batch, right? Yes. And there's also a mission R1 batch, quality enhancement and answer writing program starting on 18th October. And there are also some optional subjects launching this September. And every Sunday there will be a scholarship test where you can get some scholarship, right? Yes. And there's also a feature called raise hand, where you can raise hand to talk with the educator if you have any doubt. And there's also a program called live mentoring program, and if you can't able to afford the fee, you can avail loan, right? And if you purchase 1 year subscription, you will get 20 books worth rupees 10,000. And there is also plus subscription and iconic subscription. There are both the subscriptions, and yes, so you can use my code prasanna10 for 10% off, right? Yes. So we are in 8th problem now. So what it says is, so again I'll repeat, please watch problem 1 to problem 7 and theory part also. The relations are very important, right? There are 5 relations that I have said and they have proved also, that plays very important role in proving the problem. So let us get into our problem. If alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon of the tangent at the extremities of the portion of common catenary, and L be the length of the portion, show that the height of one extremity is above the other is L times sine 1 by 2 of alpha plus beta divided by cos 1 by 2 of alpha minus beta. Don't get carried away with the question. It's a very easy question, right? First what we will do is we will understand the question first, right? Yes. So what it says is alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon of the tangent at extremities of the portion of a common catenary, right? So what we will do is, so let us draw a portion of, okay, first we will draw the diagram first, right? So how the common catenary will be, let me choose blue color. So let us say this is the common catenary, right? Now this is the lowest point. Let us call this as capital C, and there will be a directrix, right? There will be a directrix. Okay. Now alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon of the tangent at the extremities of the portion of common catenary. So what I am going to do is I am going to take a portion of catenary. Let us say I am going to take a portion of catenary. Let us say this portion, right? Let us say I am going to take the portion of catenary. Let us say this. I am taking this portion, right? Let us call this as A. Let us call this as B, right? I am taking the portion of common catenary, and alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon of the tangent at the extremities of the portion of catenary. That means if you draw tangent at A, the angle will be alpha, and at B if you draw a tangent, the angle to the horizon is beta, right? Okay, so what we will do is we will draw a tangent from B, right? From B, sorry. So from B we will draw a tangent, right? This is a tangent to B, and this angle is beta. And from A you draw a tangent, and from A you draw a tangent. It will be like this, right? It will be like this, and this is alpha, right? Now you look at read the question again. If alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon, horizontally it is angle alpha and beta, to the horizon of what? Of the tangent at extremities. Extremities means endpoints, right? If you take the portion of catenary and if we draw the tangent at the extremities, so that means I have taken a portion of common catenary, and what are the extremities? A and B are the extremities, right? A and B are the end points. Now if you draw tangent at A, you will have an angle alpha, and if you draw an angle at tangent at B, you will have an angle beta, right? Yes. If alpha and beta is the angle of inclination to the horizon of the tangent at the extremities of the portion of common catenary. If you take a portion of common catenary, and if A and B are extremities, you draw a tangent at A, you draw a tangent at B, the corresponding angle will be alpha and beta, right? Yes. Now L be the length of the portion. So I have taken the portion to be equal to AB. So therefore the length of this portion is L, right? So let L be the length of the portion. Show that the height of one extremity is above the other is L times sine of alpha plus beta by 2 cos of alpha minus beta by 2, right? Yes. Now what we will do is we will assume something, right? Now let us take the distance from A to this be y1. Usually we will define as y, right? So what we will do is we will take the distance from A to the directrix, right? So let us this distance be y1. Now let us say this distance to be equal to y2, right? Yes. Now I have taken y1 to be the vertical distance, right? The vertical distance from A to this directrix, and y2 is the vertical distance from this B to this directrix. Now what I need to do is I need to show that the height of one extremity is above the other. That means I need to show the height of this region is, right? So you can see one extremity is here, so this height, right? I need to show this height is this. What? I need to show the height of this portion, right? Height of this portion, because this portion is the height of one extremity is above the other, right? One extremity is here, above is here, so I need to show that this height, this height is equal to this, right? Is it clear up to now? Very easy, right? So we have AB is the portion of common catenary, A is the tangent at A, B is the tangent at B. What we are doing is we are making an angle alpha and beta. I am taking the distance A to this O as y1 and B to this O as y2, right? Yes. And AB is the portion that we are taking. It is given that L be the length of the portion. Now what we need to show is the height of this region, the height of this length, we need to show L times sine alpha plus beta by 2 cos alpha minus beta by 2, right? Yes. So what we will do is, let us have some assumptions. So let AB be the portion of common catenary. Let AB be the portion of common catenary and length of AB be L, right? And length of AB is equal to L, because we need to take some portion and some portion is L, and for that portion there will be two endpoint. You draw two tangent and let us make that angle to be alpha and beta. We need to show this height. Is equal to L times sine of alpha plus beta by 2 cos of alpha minus beta by 2, right? Yes. Now, so what we will do is, let C be the vertex of common catenary, right? This is a vertex, right? Let capital C be the vertex of common catenary. I am going to assume this arc length to be, equal to S, right? I am going to assume this arc length to be equal to S. So let us assume the arc length CB to be equal to S, right? So what we will do is, I am going to assume, let the arc length, what is S? We know S, right? What is S? C, the distance from C to any point on what? The arc length is S, right? Arc length is S. Usually we will take S to be from C to A in the previous problem. Here we are taking let the arc length CB is equal to S. Now this implies, what is the arc length of CA? what is the arc length of CA? So from C to B it is S, the arc length is S, and from C to A it is S plus L, right? Because L is already, the length of the arc BA is L, because it is given that let L be the length of the portion. I have taken portion to be equal to AB, right? Yes. Now what I am going to do is, we know that S is equal to C times tan psi, right? S is equal to C times tan psi is the arc length, right? Yes, we know. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to find the value of the arc length at A and B, right? At A and B, I am going to find the arc length. So further what I am doing is, so it's a very important part. You can see at A, what this will be? S is the length of the arc from C to that point. Now here from C to this point is S plus L. So S will be S plus L. So S plus L is equal to C times tan alpha. Yes or no? At A, the angle is what? At A, the angle is alpha, and the length of the arc from C to A is S plus L. So if you substitute here S to be equal to S plus L, psi to be equal to alpha, you will have this equation, right? Yes. Now at B, what is S? This arc length is S. So therefore S is equal to C times tan beta, right? Because at B the angle is beta. Very easy. What is S? S is the arc length from C to any point. Now I am choosing any point to be equal to A. Now what is S? The arc length from C to A is S, right? So here S is arc length from C to A. So what is the arc length C to A? It is S plus L, right? So very easy. You just have to be thorough in the previous all concepts, right? So if you take from C to any portion of any point on the curve, that length we will take that as S. Here the length is S plus L, and we know S is C tan psi. Here the length is S plus L, so S plus L is C tan alpha. Here alpha is the angle, right? Let us mark this as equation number 1, mark this as equation number 2. Very easy. I am just forming the arc length at A and B, right? Yes. Now substitute 2 in 1. So we have S plus L is equal to C times tan alpha. So substitute S to be equal to C times tan beta plus L is equal to C times tan alpha, right? This implies L is equal to C times tan alpha minus C times tan beta, right? C times tan beta. Now if I take C outside, we will have tan alpha minus tan beta, right? So the value of L is C times tan alpha minus T beta. That means the length of this arc is C times tan alpha minus tan beta, right? Yes. So again I repeat, the length of this arc. So you can see the length of, I'll teach in a small screen itself, because my photo will be disturbing when I zoom. So what we have did so far is the length of L is what? The length of L is C times tan alpha minus tan beta, right? Yes. Now if I find C and if I substitute here, what I need to show? Okay, let us write. Okay, now let us keep this as it is. Now what we need to show is, let me read out the question again. The height of one extremity is above the other. We need to show the height of one extremity is above the other is equal to L times sine alpha plus beta by 2 divided by cos alpha minus beta by 2, right? Yes, that is, I need to show this height is equal to this value. Now what is this height? This height is nothing but overall it is y1, we need to subtract this y2, so I need to show y1 minus y2 is this, right? I need to show, so you can see this height is the one we need to show, this height is this, right? Overall it is y1, here we need to subtract y2, so this part will be y1 minus y2, right? Yes, now we need to show, that is to show y1 minus y2 is equal to L times sine alpha plus beta by 2 divided by cos alpha minus beta by 2. This is what we need to show, right? As of now we have L is equal to C times tan alpha minus tan beta. Let us mark this as equation number 3, right? Yes. Now what we will do is, if I find the value of C and if I substitute here, I can prove it, right? Because here the unknown is C, right? Now we will find the value of C and then we will substitute, right? Yes. Now to find C and I'm going to find the value of C and substitute in equation number 3, right? Yes. Now to find C, what I'm going to do is, C should have, okay, let me wait. Yes. Now we need to find the value of C, right? Yes. Now C should have y1 minus y2, right? Because you can see C should be an expression of y1 minus y2, right? Yes. So we know the relation between, what is the relation between y and psi? Y and psi. We know the relation between y and psi is, what is the relation between y and psi? Y is equal to C times secant psi. Yes or no? Y is equal to C times secant psi, right? Yes, very obvious, right? We have already proved this. You can see relation between x and psi. Relation between y and psi is y is equal to C times secant psi, right? I'm taking this equation. Now at y1, what this will be? Now what I did is what I'm doing is, I have taken the general equation of intrinsic equation, and in that intrinsic equation I'm substituting a and b, right? At a, what will be the equation? At b, what will be the equation? And I'm simplifying this to get the value of what? L is equal to C times tan alpha minus tan beta. Now with this relation, what I'm going to do is, at y1 and at y2 I'm going to find the relation between what? Okay, let me what if you want also, let me what we do is, let y1 and y2 be the ordinate, right? Ordinate means y coordinate, ordinates of a and b, right? Let y1 y2 be the ordinates of a and b. That is, the y coordinate is y1 and y coordinate for b is y2, right? Yes. Now at y1, what will be this equation? At y1 will be C times secant alpha, right? C times secant alpha, and at y2 it will be y2 is equal to C times secant beta. Yes or no? So what I'm doing is, from y, we know y is equal to secant psi. Here y1 angle is alpha, so therefore y1 will be what? Y1 will be C times secant alpha, and we know here the angle is beta, and we know the relation between y and psi. Here the angle is beta, so what is the relation between y2 and beta? Y2 is equal to C times secant beta, right? So with these two relation, what I'm doing is, I'm going to substitute now, right? So we have y1 is equal to C times secant alpha minus beta, and y2 is equal to C times secant beta, right? Now what is y1 minus y2? Y1 minus y2 will be, I can take C common, so we will have secant alpha minus secant beta, right? So this implies the value of C is y1 minus y2 divided by secant alpha minus secant beta, right? Let us mark this as equation number 4. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find the value of this C value which we have found. Substitute 4 in 3, right? Substitute 4 in 3. Substitute 4 in 3. Now if I substitute 4 in 3, what I will have? I will have, what is 3? 3 is L is equal to C times tan alpha plus tan beta, right? Plus or minus? Yes, minus. So C times tan alpha minus tan beta, right? Yes. Tan alpha minus tan beta. Now substituting the value of C here, right? I am substituting the value of C here. This implies L is equal to, what is C? C is y1 minus y2 divided by secant alpha minus secant beta into tan alpha minus tan beta, right? Tan alpha minus tan beta. Now what is our aim? Our aim is to show the value of y1 minus y2 is, our aim is to show the value of y1 minus y2 is L times sin alpha plus beta by 2 divided by cos alpha minus beta by 2, right? Now if we simplify this, we will get the required answer, right? Now what we will do is, we will simplify this, right? Yes. Now this implies, what is the value of y1 minus y2? This will be, you just multiply L with this. So we will have L times secant alpha minus secant beta divided by tan alpha minus tan beta, right? Now what we will do is, we will simplify this to get the required answer. Now what we will do is, so we have y1 minus y2 is equal to L times, so I can write secant alpha as 1 by cos alpha. I am changing everything in terms of sin alpha and cos alpha because the answer we need to prove is in terms of sin alpha and cos alpha. So we will shift everything in terms of cos alpha and sin alpha. So secant alpha is 1 by cos alpha, secant beta is 1 by cos beta, and tan alpha is sin alpha by cos alpha minus tan beta is sin beta by cos beta. So this is L times. So if you take LCM, here you will have, sorry, this is cos beta. If you take LCM, you will have cos beta minus cos alpha divided by cos alpha cos beta whole divided by, here if you take LCM, you will have sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta divided by cos alpha cos beta, right? Cos alpha cos beta. I am just taking LCM. These two will get cancelled. So we have L times cos beta minus cos alpha divided by, so what is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B? This sin A minus B, right? Sin alpha minus beta, right? The value of this is sin alpha minus beta. Sin A minus B is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So this is the one we need to prove. But now here also you can see, actually both are same. So here we need to prove L times sin alpha plus beta by 2 cos alpha minus beta by 2, right? Cos alpha minus beta by 2. But what we will do is, we will simplify it. We will simplify to some more extent, right? Yes. Now I am going to use some trigonometric formulas to get the required answer. So what I am doing is, I am going to apply some trigonometric formulas. So we know cos C minus cos D is what? What is formula for cos C minus cos D? It's very elementary, right? So 2 times sin C plus D by 2 sin D minus C by 2, right? This is a formula for cos C minus cos C, cos C minus cos D, and we know sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So that means, what is sin theta? Sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, right? I'm going to apply this formula here. This will be L times, so cos C minus cos D, so 2 times sin C plus D, so C plus D is beta plus alpha by 2 into sin D minus C. This is C, this is D. D minus C will be alpha minus beta by 2 divided by, so sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, right? Yes. So in place of theta we have alpha minus beta here, right? Here C is beta, D is alpha. Now these two will get cancelled, these two will get cancelled. So we are left with L times sine alpha plus beta by 2 divided by cos alpha minus beta by 2, right? That's it. So this is the one we need to prove, right? So I repeat the question once again. If alpha and beta is the angle of inclination, if you take some portion of catenary and let the extremities be A and B, you draw tangent at A, you draw tangent at B. So the alpha and beta is the respective angle, and we need to show that the height of one extremity is above the other. So we need to show this distance is, this height is L times sine alpha plus beta by 2 cos alpha minus beta by 2. Very elementary, right? So first with the help of y is equal to, first with the help of s is equal to c times tan psi, I am making two equations at A, at B, right? And with the help of the relation between y and psi, I am making at y1, y2, I am finding the value of c here and substitute c back in this equation. You can prove the result very easily, right? That is, we need to show this distance is this, that is what we have proved, right? The next video what we will do is we will solve 9th and 10th problem, right? So we're going to do 9th and 10th problem in the upcoming next video. So again I'll repeat, if you want to join, you can join Unacademy classes. You can use my code Prasanna10 for 10% off, right? The next video we will continue 9th problem, right? Thank you.